Hi guys, my name is Tanya. I wanted to do a short introduction video for YouTube. I've been able to finally update my technology, so now I can do videos. So I wanted to just introduce myself. I'm a personal trainer and group fitness instructor. I've been in the health and fitness industry for 10 plus years. I'm a 41-year-old mother of 2. My oldest is 19 and my youngest will be 5 in a few months. What I want to do is help people in any way that is. I want to show them that they have the power to take their own health back. So because I've been in the health and fitness industry for so long, my start was just personal training and group fitness. I've evolved quite a bit in the last 10 years. I've gone plant-based. I don't focus on eating animals anymore to get my nutrition. I get all my nutrients from plants. My son is also plant-based. I don't like to use the word vegan or vegetarian, things like that. I mean, there's a lot of dogma out there behind that. Not that they're bad or those people are bad for being so dogmatic about the diets that they eat, but it can be very negative. I like to be as positive as I can every day. I try to do the best I can, and that's all you can do, is do the best you can every single day. I'm always looking to learn more. I do a lot of self-testing when it comes to herbs and teas and foods and ways. I mean, there's ways you could do the plant-based diet and it still be poor. It still be just as bad as your standard American diet, which is killing people. The obese rate is through the roof. The diseases are through the roof. Again, this is me just being transparent. I don't do any editing. I still haven't got to that point. I just wanted to share a little bit about who I am. So like I said, I've been in the health and fitness industry for 10 plus years. Started out with personal training. I finally found something that I was really passionate about. And in that process, I personally have gone through a lot of transformations, growth, injuries, inflammation in the body. The main reason I went plant-based 6 years ago was because of a severe hip injury. I tell this story to people all the time and they don't believe me. That I tore my psoas and I was in severe pain for 3.5 months. Still trying to work, still trying to get around and train clients and instruct classes the best that I could. I was still taking traditional or conventional medicine, as you want to call it, pharmaceuticals, which didn't work. The pain medications didn't work. The doctor was on his way to sending me to a pain clinic for injections. And I went in for a consult and I'm like, no, this isn't for me. So a friend of mine who set me towards this path had talked about juicing and juice cleansing. And before, we've had the conversation before, and I've like, yeah, whatever. You know, I was still traditional, high protein, gym thought process when it came to your macros and things like that. I didn't really think too much about the impact of the foods that I was eating. I was still just like calories in, calories out mindset, macro counting. I spent my entire adult young life doing things wrong. I come from a disordered eating background, diet pills, overeating, undereating, which we want to get into, binge eating, or anorexia since I was a teenager. And what female, mostly, not that males don't, but most females go through this where they're on a diet or have been on a diet their entire life, or exercising and beating themselves up in the ground, and they end up with injuries and things like that. And they're on this roller coaster, on and off, up and down. It's so terrible for the body. It's so damaging to the body. Again, everything I went through, I would never take it back, even though some of it was very painful and very uncomfortable. It has taught me what I needed to learn to help other people, to help me be you. When it comes to nutrition, when it comes to making the right food choices, or exercise if you just want to get a really good workout. I gear towards more, I classify myself more now as a holistic personal trainer and nutritional coach versus just a personal trainer group fitness instructor. Because I don't just focus on the exercise, I focus on, I don't like the word diet, but nutritional lifestyle is what you need to think about this long term, because anyone can lose 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 pounds, however many you want. And most people have. They've lost it and they gained it. They've lost it and they've gained it. Maintenance is the issue. Health is the issue. So what I try to help people with is just take those baby steps. Take one day at a time when it comes to your nutrition. You can't exercise off a poor diet, especially this day and age. There's so much toxicity, pesticides, and poisons, not just in the air and our water, but it's in our food. It's in our beauty supplies, ladies or men. You know, it's everywhere. So we try to lead the least amount of the least toxic lifestyle as possible. So whatever I can control. I can control what's out there and around me. I can control here in my space, in my son's space, what goes in our body, what goes on our body, what we breathe, what we drink, etc. So just to give you an idea, you know, for me, like I said, I've been plant-based for 6+ years. I just decided that eating animals wasn't for me, for ethical reasons, for health reasons. Conventional farming is tragic. If you don't know anything about it, please do your research. The information's out there. Now, there can be some ethical ways if you do decide to eat meat. I'm not against that. I don't judge people. That's not why I'm here. I don't judge you if you decide to eat animals. I don't judge my clients if they're eating animals. I don't try to force them to be vegan, vegetarian, plant-based. But I always suggest getting your food source from ethical places, and that includes your plants. You want to make sure that you're getting your meat from an ethical farmer, that it's being raised the right way, it's been treated the right way. You want to make sure that they're not eating pesticide-ridden grains, because you eat that. You eat what they're eating. So if they're eating grass, then that's good. Again, it's all about choice, and it's not about judgment. It's about doing what works for you, but sometimes it takes a while to figure that out. I've been on this journey for a long time, and I'm still learning stuff, and I'm still trying new things and doing different things. So there's no right way or wrong way. There's just learning, growth, and just be non-judgmental, not just to other people, but to yourself. Don't beat yourself up. I've gotten really deep into essential oils, medicinal mushrooms, going a little deeper in the plants and the herbs, wild foraging for your food if you have, you know, if you're able to do that. I eat more of a liquid-based diet right now. About 6 months ago, I had a light bulb come on. I'm 41, and my high carbohydrate plant-based diet wasn't really working for me anymore. The inflammation was staying high in my body. I was gaining belly fat. Again, we start having hormonal fluctuations, and that plays a lot into your health, even on plants. People, even on plants. It's not perfect. Life isn't perfect. It's just lessons and learning. So about 6 months ago, I came across intermittent fasting, which I'd already kind of knew a little bit about, and I already kind of did it a little bit, but I just tweaked it. And then because of that, it led me into more of a keto style, a vegan plant-based keto style, which is focused more on a higher carbohydrate, a higher fat, lower carbohydrates, moderate protein. My approach before was I wasn't really, and I quit tracking a long time ago, macros, calories, all that. That was just too much. I just quit doing that, too much stress. So 6 months ago, I changed that. So I flipped the carbohydrate from a high count to a low count and bumped the fats up. And the protein, again, is still moderate. Sometimes it's low. It's never high. I never seek out extra protein anymore. There's no need for it. And a lot of things started to happen. I did more research, and I still continue to do research on plant-based keto, meat-based keto, a little bit of both, where people are just doing meat for keto or just, you know, doing just plants for keto, or a little bit of both. I still believe that it's so important to get your vegetables in any way, shape, or form. Fruit, on the other hand, because it's so conventionally raised and hybridized, it's loaded with sugar. That was my problem. I was doing more of a fruit-based diet, a lot of vegetables, but still doing too many fruits, juicing, things like that. I always tried to do a balance, but again, it's just learning. With intermittent fasting, I just extended it 18 to 20 hours a day. It's been incredible. I'm not hungry. If I'm hungry, I eat. I try to keep my fats up. All plant sources. Again, coconut is great. Coconut oils, coconut butters, coconut fats, cacao butter, olive oils, fatty fruits like olives and avocados. And keep my dark leafy greens in there, very important, like your spinaches and Brussels and broccoli and cauliflower. Just very important to add those in there. And you don't have to be fancy and creative. Just keep it simple. You don't need to get all fancy about it. So that's how I do it now. It's more of a vegan, again, I don't like that word vegan, but plant-based, keto-like lifestyle. No, it's very hard. It's true. It's very hard to, if you want to truly follow the keto macros, which is your carbs, fats, and proteins. Those are your macros. Micros is your vitamins and minerals, which I actually truly think those are more important than the macros. The macros are important, but I think the micronutrients, the phytonutrients, those are more important. And those come from your plants. Sometimes they can come from your animals if they're sourced right and they're eating the right stuff. But I find that when I increased my nutrients and my minerals, I was way more satisfied. My cravings went away. People don't believe me that I don't crave food anymore. I know what my hunger is. I know what satiation is, leptin and ghrelin. Not that I still haven't overate or underate on certain days, depending on what's going on. But, I really find that it's more important to focus on vitamins and minerals because we're severely deficient, and those can cause a lot of health problems as well, besides obesity and diabetes and cancers, and the list goes on and on and on. But, so like I said, now, I've been, like I said, plant-based for 6 years. 6 months ago, I transitioned from a high-carbohydrate plant-based to a high-fat plant-based diet, focusing again on vitamins, minerals, herbs, very important. I track my macros now. I have for a couple months just to see where I land, and I want to do some tweaking, and that's a good tool to use, is counting your macros and calories if you have certain goals and plans. It's not necessary. I've learned to become more intuitive with my eating and not stressed. I don't get hangry anymore. I get a little bit of hungry. I can sometimes go longer. Sometimes I always have snacks and things like that. Things on the go. Always have water on the go. Always try to drink at least half your body weight in purified water a day. If you're not drinking water, do herbal teas, unsweetened herbal teas. Try not to add any sweeteners or anything to that. Very good if you're doing like Tulsi or ashwagandhas or like the cinnamon teas, my spice teas. Just very medicinal, healing, adaptogenic type of teas and herbs. And I can talk about those later on down the road, what I do for that. But this is just, like I said, a little introduction. If you want to know about me, just follow my channel. I will put my email down below. Don't be afraid to contact me if you have any questions. Right now, I'm just starting out with this whole social media thing and the videos. So it's baby steps, getting comfortable in front of the camera. It took me a while to get comfortable in front of a class to teach. Now I just do it and it just comes to me. I don't think about it. It's just downloaded. And I'm hoping the videos will start coming across like that. And I just want to be transparent and open and honest for what I know. I don't know everything. I've done my own research and I'm still learning. There's tons of information out there and people are so confused sometimes on where to look and what to do. And they always like protocol. For some reason, as humans, we find that we like structure and protocol, and the older we get, it's harder to change. Age-old story there that, can you teach an old dog new tricks? I don't know, I think so. I never think it's too late. Anytime I worked with older clients, I always had hope that they could change if they wanted to. Again, I'm 41. I don't know how I'm looking across here, but I don't look my age. People are always asking me, what do I do? And I said, I eat right. I don't pound myself into the ground anymore with exercise. I don't have the time, number one. And number two, I deal with enough aches and pains and trying to keep the inflammation in my body down from the damage I did in the past. And sometimes past damage doesn't show up till later in life. And when you start cleaning your house, what's your house? It's your temple, it's your body. So just be prepared, and I will do my best to help you out where I can. Exercise videos might come along for those at-home workouts. I do a lot of my workouts here at home now versus at the gym just because of time. And yeah, it's just basically time, you know, since having the little guy 5 years ago at 35. So yeah, it's just about time sometimes, and taking time for yourself. And it's okay, women, I'm gonna say to you, and moms, it's okay to take time for yourself. It's so, so important to take time for you. If you're at the bottom and you put everyone else first, you're gonna fall apart. So don't be afraid to be selfish. If I can state this correctly, sometimes you need to be a little selfish to be selfless, to help out with others, but you need to take care of you first. So again, this is just a little introduction video. I hope you guys have a great day. Peace.